Yo. So this week's not going well. So I wanted to make some peace, you know, some zen. So I decided I was going to make a little zen garden. It didn't add to my peace. Um, I didn't think it out, and so don't make my mistakes here. Oh my goodness. So I had these felt pieces that went in the bottom of it because I was using these tins for a different project, and I had a little mattress in the bottom of it. So I thought, oh, that'll work. I'm going to put it in the top because I wanted some kind of a cushion so the rocks don't just ping all over the place. So I made these foam inserts and I spent all this time. Hot glue sticks to tin really, really well, and it's really hard to pick it off. So don't do this. Oh my goodness. I couldn't get it all off one of the tins. So, my mistake, my mistake. When I did this, it looked all nice in the lid, and then I tried to close it. It doesn't close. So I tried, and I tried, and I tried to figure out, well, why isn't it closing? Which part? Like, okay, so I spent a huge portion of time then digging it out with my fingernails from near the inside seam hinge thing. And then after an absurd length of time, I realized it's the entire perimeter around the lid that's preventing the lid from closing. So I had to scrap that and take that out. That was only part of this chaos. Um, there was a lot of chaos in this project. It was a short project. I think it was like 36 minutes, 37 minutes, including my picking glue out. So it shouldn't be that long, maybe like 15 minutes for one of these if you don't make any mistakes. Ugh. Okay, so yeah. And if you can factor in that lip, the hot glue does work really, really well. My fingernails hurt from trying to pick it off. I still need the piece I was seeking. I need to play with my tins some more. They are fun when they're done, but they are messy, so know that. Did I ever say, like, okay, so my utensils, ingredients, pieces, the things here, there that I needed? It's some kind of a mint tin. I bought a bulk pack because I use them for something else. Some kind of paper that you like for the outside to decorate it. I like to do one of those wraparound things so you have a cover. Another piece of the chaos with that one of my covers I did way too tight. It was really, really hard to get it on and off. It's loosened a little bit since I've been using it. So don't do it so tight you can't use it. Okay, anyways. And then that gives you something to decorate, kind of like a school book cover. I don't know if people still do that where you fold the brown paper over your book and then you can draw on it in class. So anyways, that's what these covers remind me of. So, okay, that's another ingredient, material. What word am I looking for? Whatever. A component. And then some kind of thing to decorate the inside. I used labels because it was easy, because obviously my big foam mess is not working. So I'm a genius. I'm a genius. My great grandfather would be so proud of my engineering abilities. He was an engineer. I need a little more guppa in me. I'm trying. I'm not great with this kind of thing. So, what else did I need? I used Fimo to make my polymer clay to make my broom. That thing's a rake. It's a rake. I used polymer clay to make my rake. And then I used some glaze on the polymer clay. So it looks shiny and done. And then some parchment under the polymer clay to bake it, of course. So then what else? Sand. And my sand was already filled with rocks. I was going to get my own other rocks, but since the sand already had tons of rocks in it, I didn't bother to use my littler rocks. Those ones were good size. So I just went with what I had with the rocks. Okay, and then in a different project, me and my mother had been working on this display in our apothecary that was beaches, and you could go to like every beach we've ever been to, we had a display for. So I had made little Fimo pieces, like seashells and stuff, as decorations to set around in our beach display. You know, kind of like when people do those houses at Christmas. We wanted every beach anyone in the family's been to and could have sent us a jar of sand and a few shells and sticks and stuff like that. So, anyways, I went out there and I took some of the shells. I took one for each tin of the little shells that I had made. One of the little boop 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 shells, and then one of the little flat shells. I don't know what shells are called. Okay, there's my jar of sand. I just went and took one of our random. There was tons of glass baby jars in this house when we bought this house. There's lots of stuff from the 70s. It was a lot of fun to find that stuff in this house. Anyways, rambling. I used one of those baby jars to take a scoop of my sand and then tried to separate out the rocks here because I felt like I had way too many rocks in my tins. So anyways, you put sand in the tin. And then another thing that I had just decided that I wanted was I have Deco charms, and I wanted one cute little Deco charm in each. That's my tub of Deco charms. So specifically when I was buying Deco charms, I had chosen this little clamshell one that has a mermaid on the inside. It's pink. So that's the one that I put in mine. And then I was trying to figure out, well, what do I want to put in the other one? So I chose this little like Suit Sprite looking dude. It's this little black puffball with eyes in the other one. It's like an I Spy game. So when you open the tin, it's going to be all messy. You just shake it down and all your things will start to pop out and you can like I Spy for them. It's fun to play with. It was definitely soothing. Even just this, picking out the rocks, was nice. So as I got the mess of the project out of the way, I did finally start to enjoy this decorative part. And then I took the extra rocks and put them back in the baby jar because I had way too many rocks. And a baby jar with rocks is kind of cool. So I needed a pen so I could draw on my various labels. And I thought, okay, I have so many markers, like, right? But I don't have the colors I want. Why don't I have a big gold one or a big silver one? I want a big gold one. So I used my big black one because it was on top. It's the one I usually use, apparently. And in my tin, I wrote, breathe. And in the other tin, I wrote peace. Peace. I'm hoping for some peace. Good lottie. I need more peace this week. So yeah, those were all the materials here. The materials. So then it closes just fine. It'll shake up. When you want to play with it, you just unshake it a little. And then I put my little brown slip cover and just decorated the top again with Zen Garden because that's what I was trying to make. And then technically these all came with plastic bags. Every single mint tin I bought came with plastic bags. So I put it back in that because it's kind of gifty. And it, I don't know, keeps it in. I don't know. I'm just like that, okay? Okay. My hand hurts. This was harder than I expected it to be. So here I am making my little, I almost called it a fork. That's a rake. It was really easy to make the rake. So what I did was I made a big long tube, and then I broke the tube into a big piece and a short piece, and then I did the same sizes for both of those. And I used my slip cover as a reference for don't go bigger than that because it has to fit in the tin, right? And I wanted it to be smaller than the slip cover, which is smaller than the tin. Anyways, so you have a big piece and a little piece, and I just made a cross, and then I made the Fimo like combined. And then you have your three little, and then I bended the little bloop bloop, and then bend, and then you have a fork. A fork is three, right? I have a trident. You have a trident. And then I, with a stick, and it's a rake. I made a Fimo rake. And then off camera, I baked it for 26 minutes at 225. I do 26 minutes because I don't wait for the oven to preheat. I just give it an extra minute. sometimes 2, but this was tiny. So I gave those the 26 minutes, and then also off camera I glazed it because, yeah. So that's my Zen garden. There was no Zen in making this Zen garden, but playing with the aftermath after something, that doesn't feel right. Playing with the final product is more enjoyable than my mistakes in making it. Also, trying to find the tin was hard because my mom cleans randomly all the time. So I go into the apothecary and it's like a whole different room once in a while. So I went out there looking for the tin. There's a whole different room out there. I couldn't find the tins, and turns out they were in the craft area. They weren't even in the apothecary. So bye.